Hi, my beautiful queens and kings. It is your one and only Queen Dish here. So happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday, wherever you are in the world. Yes, the queen is on camera. Can you believe it? So I have just been doing my work. I have been doing my inner work, which of course you all know it is ongoing. Personal growth and personal development is ongoing. I've just been, I've been doing my work, doing my inner work, and here I am. Because I asked God, the divine, the divinity in me. We all call it different things, but I asked God a question, and I've been pondering on the question. And so here I am, based on what I asked. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I asked, but here I am doing something different, because normally you all know that I just record my voice. When I get a divine download, I typically get also the avenue or the medium in which I'm supposed to deliver that. So if God gives me something, like immediately I'll know you need to do a Facebook post or Facebook video, or this is a podcast. So I've been asking some questions to get some clarity, and here I am. So for those of you that don't know who I am, you can go to my website. Like I'm not about to give you like a whole spiel of my accomplishments, if you will, or what I've done. Like, that's not necessary. Like, y'all know I love you, and you're here for a reason, and you've been following me and listening to me for a reason. But if you don't know me and this is your first time, welcome. Thank you for listening. But you can learn about me from the website. I'm not gonna waste time on that. So just know that it has been a journey. It has been a journey, y'all. Oh my gosh. And life is lifing for everyone. Life is lifing for everyone. So know that you are not alone. Okay, you're not alone, and we're all going through something. Some people just hide it better. Some people laugh everything off. They pretend like everything is hunky-dory. They pretend like everything's just grand and wonderful, but deep down, like they might be dying inside. They might be stifled. They might be so unhappy and so miserable. Like, you never know what's going on behind closed doors. So trust me, don't ever think like nothing ever happens to anyone. No matter how much money they have in the bank, honey, you are a human being. Everyone's a human being. And like my girl Nicole LaPera said, she's a holistic psychologist. No one escapes real life, okay? No one. No, it does not matter how much money you have in your account. You are a person, and life is going to throw some challenges at you. Life is going to happen to you just like the rest of us, okay? No one escapes real life, and I so believe that. So don't feel bad. People are just hiding it better. They're hiding it better. They're not talking about it. But trust me, everybody has silent battles. So I'm right here with you. I pretty much tell y'all everything. I'm pretty transparent with you. I mean, if there's something clearly I don't want to talk about, I'm not going to talk about it. But for the most part, I'm very transparent and open with you all, because I think that's so important. So you all know, like, I'm a human being just like you are, and I'm on this path just like you. And so we're all in this together. We are all in this together. The only thing I will say, so my name is Radesha Dixon, also known as the one and only Queen Dish. And that's all I'm going to say. Queen Radesha, Queen Dish, tomato, right? But anyway, so let me get right into it, because at least with just doing my voice, For those of you that are like my faithful followers, or you pretty much have at least listened to a number a number of my previous podcasts, you know that, like, y'all, I just forgot what I was about to say. Oh my gosh, hold on, give me a second. I'm not gonna edit this out. Like, I'm a person, I ain't gonna edit this out, because I want you to know you're more than enough and you can do this. And if you make a mistake or you forget what you're about to say, guess what? It's okay, because you're human just like the rest of us. And so no, I'm not gonna edit this out. Just give me a second. It's gonna come back, I swear. Whoop. It's gonna come back. Give me just a second. I was gonna say, for those of y'all that have been following me, you know that something. Of course, you guys know how I operate, but it was something else I was gonna say. When it comes back to me, I'll get back to it. So what I was going to say, I remember. So what I was going to say is that when I normally do just my voice, in the past, when I have just done the voice, right, no video, because this is the first time I'm doing video, I would start it off saying, like, this is gonna be a short podcast, and then it ends up being the full hour. So I can't have this long, because I don't have that much room left on my phone. And so, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am recording this on my phone, okay? You have to start somewhere. Can I invest in some nicer equipment? Yes, and I will do that when it is time. But right now, this is enough. And I want you all to know, like, start from where you are, honey. Stop thinking everything has to be all pretty and perfect. Start from where you are. But anyway, so this can't be that long, because I got that much data left on my phone. Anyway, and I'm looking, because I have my microphone set up just to make sure that, the sound is good. So done is better than perfect. Okay. So anyhow, what I want to talk to you, my lovely royals, about today is, I was going through some stuff, right? Hopefully, end of the year, you all are doing some fall, winter cleaning. I always do a phone dump at least once a year. Minimum once a year, I do a phone dump. I think I started to do it like seasonally, just because I believe in energy. Okay, we can call it spirits. I'm just gonna say energy. It is a representation of the same thing. Okay, please don't argue with me, because I'm not here for that. Spirit, energy. I'm just gonna say energy. Okay, so energies, and even in terms of, like, who's in your phone, things like that. So I do a phone dump at least once a year. And I was going through some stuff, and I came across some papers and some things that I had printed out. And when I read this, it was like, not an aha, but it was almost like a reminder. It was just a reminder. And in that moment, I could get it. I could feel it, like, this is something you need to talk about, because I think we all need this reminder. And so I'm just gonna go over it and provide my feedback or commentary, if you will. So I'm 99% positive, not 100. Matter of fact, I am 95% positive that what I'm reading is from Max, M-A-X. Now, don't ask me his last name, but his book is in my Kindle. He is friends with Derek Sievers. His name is Max. I forgot his last name, but he's the author of the something like Don't Give a Fuck, something like that. That book, I'm sure some of y'all know what that book is. Like, How to Not Give a Fuck. I think that's what it's called. that max. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty 95% sure it's that max, because he mentioned, if I'm just recalling it correctly, he mentioned Derek. And so I'm pretty sure it is, okay? I'm pretty sure it is. But I'm not 100%, I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure it's that max, okay? So he's friends with Derek Sievers, okay? So this is a paper. I printed it out like years ago, okay? And I'm just going through stuff, doing my winter cleaning, and here is something that I came across, which I think is helpful for all of us, women and men, okay? My queens, you know I love you. You see the queen above, hello. But there are men out there that I'm also, I don't want to say their messenger, but you know, I am someone that they can learn from as well. And so that's why I say queens and kings. But of course, you know, my heart space, my ladies. Anyway, but yes, men, I love y'all too. Don't worry. So anyway, all right, so I'm not about to read all of this, but what I'm going to go over is a couple of things that I highlighted, okay? And so it says, people want to be rich without the risk, without the sacrifice, without the delayed gratification necessary to accumulate wealth. You know, everybody wants to feel good and all this wonderful stuff, but I like the perspective that he provides. I like hearing different perspectives from different people of all races, different nationalities. So not just black people, not just white people, not just Asian, nothing. I like the gamut. I like hearing from different people, okay? Women and men, okay? I like to hear different perspectives, okay? So know that it has nothing to do with color. It has to do with mindset and the information, and whether, for me, it's something that, you know, makes sense, something that I can relate to, something that naturally I think my listeners, you know, my fans and supporters, that you all could probably grasp, right? You can grasp it. So it's nothing to do with that, okay? So in a nutshell, he is saying, like, hold on, let me just, so basically his thing is, instead of asking, oh, you know, what do you want to be happy? You know, what do you want out of life? And, oh, you know, what's going to make you happy? A different question is, or actually, let me verbatim say it. A more interesting question, a question that perhaps you've never considered before, is, what pain do you want in your life? What are you willing to struggle for? Okay. Everybody wants to have great sex and an awesome relationship, but not everyone is willing to go through the tough conversations, the awkward silences, the hurt feelings, and the emotional psychodrama to get there. And so they settle. Okay. People want an amazing physique, for example, right? But you don't end up with one unless you legitimately appreciate the pain and physical stress that comes with living inside a gym for hour upon hour, unless you love calculating and calibrating the food you eat, planning your life out in tiny plate-sized portions. People want to start their own business or become financially independent, but you don't end up a successful entrepreneur unless you find a way to appreciate the risk, the uncertainty, the repeated failures, and working insane hours on something you have no idea whether it'll be a success or not. Okay? People want a partner, a spouse, but you don't end up attracting someone amazing without appreciating the emotional turbulence that comes with weathering rejections, building the sexual tension that that never gets released, and staring blankly at a phone that never rings. It's part of the game of love. You can't win if you don't play. Say that louder for the people in the back. You can't win if you don't play, right? You can't find someone if you never leave your couch. And that actually is from, oh gosh, I love Marshawn Evans. Well, Evans Daniels now. I wrote about her in my book. So her husband, Jack A. Daniels, yes, just like the liquor, and he always says that, yes, that's my real name. Okay, he always says, he has a meme, and you'll see it periodically, and it always says like, ladies, he can't find you on your couch. It's the same for the men though, okay? Gentlemen, she can't find you. Well, technically she's not supposed to find you, right? He who finds a wife findeth a good thing. Okay, but the point is, she can't find you. You won't be able to see her if you don't leave your couch either, okay? So, hello, we both have to do our part. Ladies, you gotta get off the couch, and fellas, yes, you gotta get off your games. Stop playing your games all day. Come out and meet people and talk to people. Hello, okay? But anyway, the whole point is that what I appreciate about kind of doing my spring cleaning and finding this, like, it's just a great reminder, because I think I've mentioned this in the last podcast, is that I think people are romanticizing the journey. They're romanticizing, like, not just, I mean, it's not just about being an entrepreneur, but romanticizing the healing journey even. And let me tell you, this ish ain't easy. Healing is expensive, okay? It's expensive. Not just financially, because yes, I do believe in therapists, and I believe everyone should seek counsel, whether it's therapy, a life coach, a career coach, a spiritual advisor, a licensed therapist, like psychologist, somebody. You need an unbiased opinion, okay? You need an unbiased opinion, not the same people. Your friends and family are great, don't get it twisted, but I think it would help to get a completely unbiased opinion, someone completely different that doesn't know you, you know, that can just give you that can give you a response that would be like completely objective, because they don't know you, right? They have no idea. It's just completely unbiased. And so I think everyone should sit on somebody's couch, whether it's a virtual couch or in person, but I really do. I'm a proponent for therapy. Like, we all need help, okay? We do. Listen, I have my therapists, plural, therapists. So, like, I've had different therapists, and I'm in the process of getting another one. So yes, honey, I believe it. Like, I just think you need someone who's not friends or family to help you kind of work through some things. That's all. I mean, I love to read, so listen, healing is expensive, and yet to me it's necessary, it's needed. We're all broken to some degree, hello, but I do believe we can heal. I do believe it's ongoing though. Like, you don't just arrive. Because if you were that perfect, you probably wouldn't even be on earth, right? So the fact that you're still here, there's still stuff for you to do, things for you to heal, ways for you to grow, improve, you know, really expand. and just, go higher and higher. Rise to higher levels within yourself. And so, yeah, I'm a proponent for therapy, 100%. Do your work. You need to do your work. You need to do your inner work to heal yourself. And that's really it. You've got to look inward, and as you do the inner work, it then on the outside is manifested. And so as you heal internally, that's reflected in your outside world. So things naturally shift as you heal. Your friends, your circles, even maybe the job that you're at, like as you heal, as you heal inwardly, the things on the outward will shift usually. Often they will shift. And so that's why I say, listen, healing it's expensive. It's expensive because sometimes you need to be in solitude. And truth be told, some of y'all will not go in solitude. Like, you are afraid to be by yourself. And ladies, like, that's probably a whole different podcast. What I will say to that is, some of you all need to be by yourselves, and the gentlemen too. You need to not run into another relationship to fill a void. Okay, you need to stop with all of these band-aids. Okay, stop with all of these band-aids to avoid yourself. Okay, avoid being by yourself. It's in that alone time, and I'm speaking from experience, that you often learn about yourself, and you awaken, and you sometimes will get different ideas. Like when you're still and you're not distracting yourself with all these different things, then you have an opportunity to hear, right? To hear the voice of God, to hear your, inner compass, to hear that voice, that whisper, right? Because you're still and you're quiet, and you don't have people and things that you're trying to constantly distract yourself with. And so I think some of you honestly need to be by yourselves for a little bit, right? I'm not going to tell you a certain time frame. You have to trust yourself and know and take it to your source, God, divine, the universe, whatever you call that, and ask for that guidance, ask for that clarity. But I do believe it's good for you all, both men and women, to be in solitude for a little bit, to stop using people as band-aids. Stop using people as band-aids, and just do the work. Like, give yourself a break. Like, give yourself a break of just jumping relationship to relationship and using other things to avoid having to sit with yourself. How are you supposed to get to know yourself? How can you be your best if you're not even willing to sit with yourself and you don't even enjoy your own company? So, yeah, we could talk about that. But I'm going to go back to the paper and the topic at hand, which, like I said, it jumped out at me to go over it with you all. And everything that I talk about naturally, I'm looking right at myself for, because I'm on this journey with y'all. And so also it says, if you want the benefits of something in life, you have to also want the costs. Drop the mic on that. If you want the benefits of something in life, you have to also want the costs. If you want the beach body, you have to want the sweat, the soreness, the early mornings, and the hunger pangs. If you want the yacht, and these are just examples, again, this is what I printed out years ago, okay? If you want the yacht, you also have to want the late nights, the risky business moves, and the possibility of pissing off a person or 10,000, right? In other words, yeah, everybody ain't gonna like you. You're not gonna agree with everyone. Everyone is not for you. Everyone's not your tribe, your vibe, and that's fine. You can't please everyone, right? You're going to disappoint some people as you put yourself first. You're going to disappoint some people when you decide to take that risk, when you decide to be an entrepreneur, when you decide to go against the grain, when you decide to do something different, when you decide to want to break the cycle, when you decide to do something different, when all the rest of your friends are doing something else and they want you to jump on the bandwagon, right? And you decide to not jump on the bandwagon, right? You're going to disappoint some people. Oh, effing well, okay? You deserve to put yourself first, and you need to trust yourself. Whatever your friends are doing may not be for you. I'm going to tell you all, I have dreams. Everyone has their spiritual gifts. I had a dream where, I'm just going to say, some people I know, for whatever reason, in the dream, I kid you not, we were together, and then we got separated. Now, why we got separated, I'm not sure, but in the dream, they went a different way, and I went a different way. And it's like I came back maybe to look for them or something, but I didn't just, go with them. I went wherever I was going. Come to find out, something bad happened to them. I kid you not. In the dream, something bad happened to them. And I was like, oh my goodness. Thank you, God, for protecting me. And it just, for me, and I'm just speaking about myself, to me, that was like maybe a confirmation or just a reminder that I need to always march to the beat of my own drum. I do not have to jump on the bandwagon of something that I don't want to do. And if that disappoints people or upsets people, or if you don't want to be my friend anymore because you can't control or manipulate me into doing whatever with you, okay. I'm going to trust myself, and I'm going to listen to myself. And if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. And I'm going to be protected. I trust, and I'm always going to be protected. And so I just say all that to say that, yes, you will disappoint some people when you put yourself first, and you stop being so accommodating. You stop being like a yes woman, or like a yes man, to where you don't have any boundaries. So I thought this was really good, a really great reminder. And the reality is, which I fully agree, and I've always said this, he specifically says, you can't have a pain-free life. It can't all be roses and unicorns. Y'all know I normally say it's not always rainbows and unicorns. So I just find it so interesting that, in doing the cleaning, that I came across this, and I'm going through it, and I see a lot of the things that I would always say. And so, it's not dark, from my perspective, it's not dark and gloomy and downtrodden all the time, but we also can't expect rainbows and unicorns all the time, right? Because there's plenty of sunshine. And just know, just like out here in the real world, we need some rain sometimes, right? It's humid, it's hot, like we need some rain every so often, just to kind of balance it out. We get the rain, and it's like, oh, thank God, right? And so sometimes the rain comes, and it, wash away the old, or just, it comes to like sort of make anew, right? You get that rain, and it's like, so much better. And then it goes away, and you're fine, right? But we need that sometimes. So everything is not always going to be dark and obscure, but it's also not only sunshine, right? It's not only sunshine. And that has nothing to do with how much money is in your bank account. Millionaire, billionaire, six-figure, not six-figure, blue collar, white collar, that's across the board. Everybody has issues, everyone has challenges. Again, no one escapes real life. Okay. And so, yeah, you can't have a pain-free life, or I would say you can't have a life where you just expect it to be perfect. Like that's not reality. Come on, you guys, you got like wake up. Like that's not reality. And so, like I said earlier, some people are just better at hiding it. They're better at hiding it. They laugh things off. They pretend like everything's fine, but again, behind closed doors, it's a different story. Or deep down, they're not okay. You know, I mean, it's going to manifest in some kind of way if they don't address it within themselves. But the fact or the truth remains that we all have our silent battles, and no one's perfect. And no matter how good you do in the world, how much money you have, like, life is going to happen. You know, a challenge might come, an obstacle, something unexpected. Like, it's just life. So to me, it's just sort of this ebb and flow. Life is just kind of an ebb and flow. Plenty of sunshine, plenty of rainbows and unicorns, but every so often, yes, you might get a little rain. You might get a little rain, and that's okay. So I agree with like what he's saying overall, absolutely. But yeah, I really, reading over this, I could definitely appreciate it, and just wanted to talk to you all about that, because I think we all sometimes, you know, we might say we want something, but we're not really willing to go through the process to get it, or, you know, willing to delay the gratification, you know, to really allow things to progress naturally, and to really just keep putting one foot in front of the other. And so, yeah, I just wanted to go over that with you all. So yeah, I'm done, because like I said, I ain't got that much time left. But I will put this on YouTube, and hopefully, assuming that the audio is great, I will put the audio on the actual, you know, podcast online. So Queens Don't Settle, that's the name of my podcast, in case you don't know. Queens Don't Settle. And so just to go over it again, in a nutshell, if you want the benefits of something in life, you have to also want the costs.